Today we're gonna look at the chart for Bernie Madoff, who was a stockbroker investor. Got arrested for the United States largest Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme. About 65 billion were involved, and over 4,000 people got taken. So first of all, if you were to look at the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the ascendant of Leo rising at 5 degrees. 5 degrees becomes the most effective point of every house. So any planet close to that, like Venus or K2, can have, and Rahu can have a strong effect. Mercury as well. So we know that Leo is a fixed fire sign. They can be very practical, ambitious. Um, they definitely need, they have really large ego, and they can, in some cases, be good salesmen to the point of actually duping people. So Sun is at 15 degrees, and it is placed in the house of good fortune, and it rules the first house of self, longevity, health, and the ability to have good organizational and executive skills. So it definitely, the sun was very strong in his chart, and helped his rise. He started a penny stock company in 1960 during a sun dasha period. Moon is at 9 degrees, and it is for a Leo the most. Any multicorn sign, 1, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 6, 7, 9, and 11 that falls in the sixth, the eighth, or the 12th house, Dustana houses, challenging houses, will become a functional malefic. So Moon is a functional malefic for this chart, and it is also close to the most effective point. It's placed in the house of good fortune, and it brings all of the characteristics of the 12th house into um, whatever house it affects, or planet, or transit, which is separation, imprisonment, um, and it afflicts good fortune and the house of success. So Mars is at 11 degrees. It rules the house of good fortune. It's placed in the house of career, karma, and it is conjunct Venus. So again, gives this ability to perform or act, or be a good salesman, and successful in entrepreneurial. Venus rules the house of entrepreneurial success, and so no doubt Mars gave him that ambition and energy to be successful. And let's see, Mercury is at 3 degrees, also close to the most effective point, ruling the house of wealth, recognition, and the continuation of the marital bond. It's placed in the house of good fortune. And also, let's see, it gave him wealth through stocks, investing, and a lot of recognition, although it is slightly weak. Any planet that's less than 5 degrees and is in adolescence, and it cannot protect or promote its significations, and any planet that's greater than 25 degrees, which I don't think there are any planets here greater than 25. They're in old age, and they cannot also protect or promote their significations. Jupiter was doing a long run of Jupiter that he became very successful. Um, Jupiter's at 5 degrees, also very close to the most effective point in the house of partnerships, ruling the house of investing and children and education. So his children were also successful. They gave him good support in the business um, until the end when Jupiter K2 period came. He was basically unmasked for his deception, and it was at 0 degrees, so it gave no support. So Venus is, we just went through Venus. Saturn's at 18 degrees. It is ruling the house of partnerships, and it is placed in this house of obstacles, deception, secret things, hidden things. He kept this whole Ponzi scheme hidden for many, many years. In fact, he was on the board of the stock exchange, and nobody suspected for many, many years that this whole business was a deception. Rahu in K2, K2's deception, it was they're at 3 degrees, so they're most also close to the most effective point. They afflict the house of family, property, um, the house of speech, which would give a deceptive speech, and the house of karma, career. So let's look at when things happened in his life. He was arrested in December 11th of 2008, and if you were to see here, um, go to the transit chart. So in the transit chart, these are where the planets were when he was born, and these are where the planets were. Now his sun hung himself on December 11th, 2010. You can look at that right away. We see that Mars is conjunct Rahu in the house of children. Jupiter is afflicted by Moon. Jupiter represents children, and Moon represents death experiences and imprisonment, and Jupiter's at 0 degrees here in the house of death-like experiences. And if we go back to 2008, let's see here. When he was arrested, 12/11/2008. We can see that K2 is in the house of imprisonment, unexpected events. And then you have Jupiter and Venus in the house of challenges. And then you have Moon is here ending the career, afflicting the career. So all of those things are happening. Sun and Mars are almost conjunct in the house of family. And then if we look at, let's see, 6/29/9 when he was actually arrested, 6/21/9. When he was arrested, okay, so Rahu's in this house of in K2, also in the house of imprisonment, affecting things, and Moon is afflicting Mercury in the house of career. Venus and Mars are conjunct in the house of good fortune, so not a good timing. as well. So these are the things that affected many things in his life, planetary things. And so if you're interested in a reading, you can go to vastucreations.com, or if you're interested in learning about transformational Vedic astrology, you can go to AmericanInstituteofVastu.com.